Alright, we are live. How's everybody doing? So far, everybody consistent? Nobody, so ups and downs, lefts and rights. Oh, I've got some people now. Let's see how it goes. What's up, Vic? How you doing, my dude? Be right back. Yeah? I'm happy you did, brother. Happy you did. Mr. Joyner, how you doing? I'm doing well. Rugged. How's it going, man? Right now, I'm working on an ice cream cone costume. Hello, Tara. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate that. Awesome, man. I am happy that you like your mask. I really liked making your mask. I think what we wrote on it looked really cool, in my opinion. I think that Devin did a great job on that. What's up, Chad? How you doing? Uh, Vic, yes, we did. We've got. We're working on your stuff right now, actually. Um, Let me grab my list. Chad, yes, we are happy also that we got the contract worked out. All right, Vic. So we did your straight jacket yesterday, and we're working on your ice cream cone right now. So yes, rugged. We are staying in Lake Station. That is the plan. Actually, Jacob and Jose are over there right now in the other room working on the rules room. So we're. I like where we are in our build because we're. I like that we're not waiting around. We, if you watched the vlog that I posted today, which if you guys aren't, you should, because it's great information and entertaining. But we worked on our photo booth, um, and we did concrete work in there. My hope is that we can wrap that room up this weekend. Tomorrow when I get off of work, I might drive to South Bend again to try to get more of the concrete texture so that we can keep running. Because we've done about, I'll say like half the room, and we used half of our mix, so should have enough to get that room done. But we're also planning to spray the whole rules room, so we're gonna need more. So Chad, the synergy was about, so where I went, it's like $60 or so for 5 gallons, which works out because the paint I get is $10 to $12 a gallon anyway, so it works out. Now I was able to buy it for half price because it was mist tint. So I got it for only $30 for 5 gallons. So it was awesome. And yeah, this place isn't really near me. It's about an hour and a half away. So it's not an easy product to get, especially here in the Midwest. I know it's more prevalent on the West Coast because they make over there, they use more of that kind of product. It's a stucco kind of product, and we don't use that a lot for houses over here. So no places have it. There's literally one place in the entire area around me that has it, and it's an hour and a half away. So it's a drive, but I've kind of learned, like, in the last year or so, that an hour drive to grab a product is not really a bad thing. Because I have an hour drive whenever I go to get my plaster and all that stuff too. So it's just become kind of part of the gig. And I mean, there's other options apart from using actual concrete, which that stuff is. Like we did the huge bunker wall in Ward H, and with that we used texture coat that we just got from Menards. You just add it into your paint, and then it makes it have some texture. Kind of expensive, but it's available. So I've done where I'll use a hopper. Now this method is messy as hell, but you can use a hopper and just kind of take the actual tip off of it and then run high pressure through it. And then I've ran monster mud, like rust stuff, like paint and sawdust right through a hopper, and just sprayed it out that way. It's messy as hell, and you have to keep your airflow and keep kind of going, because if you don't, it all just flows out. But if you can keep that airflow, you'll get some pretty good coverage. Tara, thank you. I got $3.60 because she gave me $5 in Canadian money. Thank you. Have you ever mixed sand with paint to get a similar look? Kind of. That's what I did. So I made a mausoleum. If you go way back to like episode number 1 of my vlogs, I made a mausoleum. And I used stucco. Now, at that point, I did not know how that product worked, and I did not know that you have to spray it on in all kinds of coats, and you have to add mesh and shit like that. So I was naive and not aware. So that mausoleum is still at my house. Now, some of the coating is still on it. I think that's where it kind of binded with the paint, maybe. But I'll tell you, a lot of it ran off. So there's little kind of like water lines all over it that have made kind of trowels or troughs through the texture. And also, I've never used that wall in a haunt, so I don't know how that holds up against audience and actors rubbing up against it and smashing into it. I would imagine not very well. One kind of skill that you'll have to acquire when running a pro haunt that you don't really think about when running a home haunt is estimating lumber, because you have to have a budget. So you have to be able to plan your builds out. So I have to know how much a bucket of paint or texture is going to coat, and estimate how much I need, so I know how much money about that's going to cost us, so I could tell that to my dad, who's providing our funds for the build. So it's kind of good to learning about construction is a great tool for haunted houses, because I know if I'm going to build a box and I want an actor to walk on that box, well, I know how many boards I need, how far apart, I know what kind of plywood I need on top of it, and then I can hop online, estimate all that out, and provide an accurate count so that we don't go over our budget. And then, since I'm buying everything at one time, it minimizes how much time you waste, but also it allows you to not just drive and buy it and bring it back, but you can order it, and then the store will bring you everything, and they'll bring a forklift, and they'll drop a whole pallet of boards and a whole pallet of plywood and all kinds of paint, screws, everything. They'll bring it right to your haunt. If you have a dock door, which is one thing I love to have in haunts, our old haunt had one. This one does not. How much to add rat hair to bib overalls? Tara, it's okay. I don't hold it against you. You are in Canada, I get it. It's just kind of funny every time. But anyway, so the old haunt had a bunch of dock doors where they could just drive a forklift in. And then, so Shannon, it'll cost him like 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 $40 to add hair to that costume because it's actual fur, so it's really expensive. But it looks great as a part to hair. So anyway, one thing I plan to add here eventually when we renovate this whole area, all of this, our costume room, our makeup room, our prop room, our tool room, our tech room, and what will be our dock at that time. I plan to add a dock door outside of that wall where the actors enter. One, because it's nice to open up a giant door and let in like fresh air and shit, and kind of feel a cool breeze and smell kind of like fall and shit. That's always cool. But also now that we're, for one, our haunted house, it's always an advantage to be able to drive in stuff and drop it. We already have problems with moving larger props and stuff in here, and then also with the production house, we're starting to use like trucks. So if we have a place where trucks can just back up to the haunt, and then we can load up trucks, that'll be an asset. So that's important. Thank you guys for the likes, and again, thank you to Tara for the super chat. That places us at like $92, which means we are 108 away from something new and free stuff to you guys. I should move this shirt. That'll make painting these pants lighter. I should grab a stool to throw this up on there. That'll make painting the pants a lot easier too. What's up, Evan? How you doing, Ethan? Yeah, the apple and cotton candy are being worked on currently. Not this moment because I'm the only one here. But I can tell you that your apple is or your cotton candy is in production. We were working on that yesterday. And I need to grab some paint. Give me a sec. Thank you guys for the likes. I like you guys too. Okay, let's see. So Tara, your stuff is on its way, coming into the Great White North. Where do you see HHP in 5 years in terms of business and product making? On top of the world. That's my goal, man. I don't know. I am going to keep making everything I can possibly make. We make things that we want to see. We make things that we think are going to make us grow. I've talked to you guys extensively about, I have a giant list of stuff that I want to make. It seems that very soon, I can tell you right now, I told you guys this a few days ago, I'm working on a mold to make nuts and bolts. Now that's going to be a silicone mold to make resin pieces, which we've never done. So that's going to be a new experience making those products. Everyone say hello to Devin. She's here. She loves you guys. I know it even though her face does not express it. With this one? There's nothing going out there.
Yeah, I know, that's why I figured out I'm not spray painting it brown.
Okay. I have to finish painting this black and then I have to spray paint it with yellow. So a while.
What size is that?
These pants are 34, 32. At the top, I think is a large. Anyway, so in the next 5 years, I don't know, man. We've got a million products. We're gonna keep making masks. I think 5 years is a very long time, at least to us. If you look at where we were 3 years ago to where we are now, it's miles. I don't need to talk to you right now. I told you earlier, my haunted house is open in October. Anyway, we're not kind of jogging. We're not taking small kind of steps. We're taking leaps and bounds in the industry, and that goes for everything. For exposure of our staff through our vlogs, through the quality of our haunted house and the kind of name it has in the industry, and just the product that we offer as well. And then, the production house has went from nothing to everything in a year and a half. So, I have no idea where we will be in 5 years. I'm sure somewhere insane, and we'll be very, very busy. So, I guess the best thing I could say for where I hope we are in the next 5 years is just taking on larger projects. I want everything to grow. I would like to make products that could go to Halloween stores. I think that's a place that I would like to go. So, um, there's a trade-off in quality to quantity there. You don't make these giant elaborate masks and giant elaborate props and stuff to go to a Halloween store where they want stuff that's pretty cheap, that they can buy pretty cheap to then resale at a reasonable price. So we have to come up with products that are kind of match that mold. So that's one place, and I would like to get more into producing things for other kinds of theater, other kinds of art. I would totally be okay with being an actual prop house for 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 movies and theater and things like that. Now, I'm not expecting that to happen because I'm in Northwest Indiana, not Hollywood. Personal point, I would like to learn more about escape rooms because I don't know enough about them. I would like to build them for us and then also offer things for other people. I've just never turned my mind toward creating puzzles. So that's not a talent that I currently have, and it's one that I would like to work on.
For those of you asking to meet the sewing team at home, here's Shannon, mother/owner, Lori, Justin's fiance, and Alyssa. She's been with the company for many years now, and she does our HR, I guess you can call it, for all the people that work here. She's in charge of like applications and stuff, and then Lori does all of our merchandising here, and then Shannon's just Shannon. But yeah, here's the three of them. These are all the guys that are sewing and stitching and making costumes at home for all of you guys.
Let's see. Where do we leave off? Everyone is asking if you're having a good day. Rusty nurse, not a nurse. She's working on a dentist costume right now. Let's see. Hello, Aiden. Ethan, so I would say the success of HHP is kind of multiple things. It's people buying products. That's obvious. But not just people buying them. It's, do you know what this is up here for? Not mine either. So it's people buying products, but it's also people being happy with the quality of those products, coming back to us to buy more products, because I don't want to just sell one thing to everyone and then have a bad name. That's important to me. So, and then I think having a name that is known in the industry is a part of the success, as a trusted vendor that you can go to get stuff. And just having an effect on the industry, because the more that people order stuff, the more stuff I get to make, and ultimately that's what I'm here for. I want to make haunted houses. I want to make haunted house things. That's what I want to do. So if people are buying that, then I guess that would be the other metric. Is eventually I would like to make enough income from this where we can just do this, where a crew of us don't have to have other jobs, other stuff out there. This is just what we do. So that's the goal.
That's Smith asked where the silicone body came from that we have in common from.
That came from.
Said how are the prices?
So that their prices are very fair for silicone. Silicone is a much more expensive, but more realistic looking product. The one we got came from Strega Moon. I believe that it is $1,600, but it is half a body with arm stumps, totally haired, totally painted, with nipples, with properly casted genitalia, a head stump, all that. Now, the reason it's so expensive, you can either use it as a prop, where it's got a cut here with a heart and intestines, which are also made out of silicone inside. You can kind of rip them out, but there's also a piece inside where an actor can actually climb in that and then have the same thing happen. So it's really cool. Eric, you already smell like poop every night. So, what was the company you bought? Okay, so that's that. How have you all been mainly advertising HHP? Social media? Yeah, social media is kind of
important part of the company.
right, because that's where the hunters are. You can advertise on Google, especially right now. That's not so important. Right now, no one is spending $10,000 with one vendor. Trade shows haven't happened and aren't. So right now, to reach a proper level of revenue, it's important that we have quantity of orders and not quantity of items. So if I get one guy who orders 100 things or 100 guys who all order one thing, I make the same amount. Now there is something to be said about 100 people having my products versus one guy having them. There's kind of like two sides to that too, because if say, okay, you guys all bought my stuff. Say you make a viral video or you're playing a character and you take awesome pictures and stuff and you post them online. Other haunters ask you, where did you get that, whatever it is? And then you say, from Haunted Hills. And then they come and they buy my shit. So Great Haunted Houses having my stuff turns into more sales. But yeah, we promote, I won't say mainly on social media, it's almost entirely on social media. Evan, if I wanted to cast silicone fingers, what material would I use for the mold? So you would use a hard mold, probably resin. Now, there's a very easy kind of rule of thumb about molding. If you're molding something soft, you use a hard mold. If you're molding something hard, you use a soft mold. It's pretty easy to remember that, since you would be casting it in silicone. Yeah, so this is a mold we use to make. Now this is all broken up and shit because we're still amateurs at silicone molds and how they work and trying it out. But this is a mold we use for making our appliances. This is made out of resin. This is hardy shit. It does not break easy, which is why it's also impressive that all of this is broken around it. But yeah, so silicone is not like latex, where with latex you need extra volume to create a dwell, which will create your thickness of your product. With silicone, if I mix up 100 ounces of 2-part silicone, that's going to dry just like that. It's not going to have leftover stuff, anything like that. So it's a different product. We appreciate everyone on the staff to make it all happen. Thank you, Vic. We appreciate you guys supporting us. Something that makes me happy is that, for example, like Rugged, I'm really happy that he's here watching me even though his order is done. I don't live stream so that you guys can check in on your products. I live stream because I want to be able to talk about haunted houses and products too. This is just so happens to be what I'm working on. And it just so happens to line up with stuff that you guys have ordered. So have any new sculpts in the works? I don't have any sculpts in the works right now. The next thing I'm going to sculpt, I've got like 3 sculptures that are, so I've got 2 that are orders, that are just custom orders. Then I've got a sculpture that someone was ordering our bodies and wanted something new and was like, what else do you have, and I said, I've got this idea of a sculpture that I want to make anyway. If you want, I can make this, and you'll be the only one who has one until someone else orders one. And they were like, hell yeah, that's awesome. So that's something that I'm going to be working on pretty soon. I'm really excited about it because I've wanted to make this sculpture for a few months now. So it's just hard to sculpt when I have to work on this stuff. I wish that I was as good with time management as Alan is, where he's able to work on this stuff for 8 hours a day and wake up early and all that stuff. I'm not. So if I was before I had a job, I would have been able to get a lot more stuff done. And then I might be able to have more sculptures done, but I didn't. So here I am, trying to get stuff done now. Because I would love to do what Alan does and make a new sculpture every week. That'd be great. Hey Ted, hello Cobwebs. So, yeah. Right now, I'm working on this ice cream clown costume. It's almost done, actually. I do need to get up in the gooch area. Hey, people. How you doing?
Did you look through the boxes?
No. Okay. I meant to, and then I started the live stream. So, but I did go.
Hey, they might have liked watching that. They watched you wash the bathroom.
No, they didn't. I live streamed, but they didn't watch. Thing was only you.
Yeah.
So I did go to the bathroom on the floor on everything. Did take
I like that shirt. It's really pretty color.
Yeah, I tore down approximately 5 rooms, almost by myself, and then found out that we're actually staying in this building, so we have to rebuild all of them, plus like 4 more that were already gutted before we started. So there's like 7 rooms that we have to redo pretty much completely from scratch. 6 rooms in 3 months.
Probably actually better that way anyway.
Boo, gotcha. I'm doing that, dentist. No, we are not tearing any more rooms down. No more rooms are getting torn down. 0. We are rebuilding the ones that we previously tore down. Jacob's over there, and he's almost done with our rules room, actually, or our orderlies room.
Mm-hmm.
He just built the table in there, so.
Him and Jose.
You sound like John L. I don't know what that means. I don't know who John L. is.
You found it?
No, I
Thank
just
God.
like young burrito.
I would not put it past you.
How late were you there? Last night? All night? I was here last night?
Okay. Do y'all tell people who ask about your costumes to look up HHP at all? Yeah, so
So like 12:30, 1:30.
Aiden Philbin, you sound like John the Flamboy. What do you mean I sound like John? Are you talking about me or are you talking about Devin? Sound like John.
So I was here early for like 2 hours.
Thank you guys again for the likes and to Tara for the super chat. Did he ship out that ice cream body? No, I did not. That's still here. So, Devin, they said you sound like John the Flamboy.
Thanks. He's very successful, so.
It's fair. Hey, what's up, bro? And to the comment Justin made earlier, y'all my home away from home, bro. For real, I'll always be here and support. Thanks, man. You should come and act here if you're
He
close.
lives in Kentucky.
Oh, well then, you live in Kentucky. Then you should come in and fucking guest act here. Just don't do anything that makes me or Devin have to yell at you. I painted my first pair of acrylic eyes last night. Really dig it, and they turned out pretty well. I agree. I will not lie. I definitely thought that after I painted my first pair, like a few years ago, and they were not good. Not good at all. At all. Terrible, actually. To a point where people literally laughed at them. So I am really liking how I can paint them now. And I think they turn out really well. And I actually prefer just painting them to gluing in the other ones. So I'm definitely going to keep the practice of sculpting the eyes into my masks, eyes and teeth, because that's another can of worms in itself. Eureka! I think I've broken my Eureka!
At least you didn't break your urethra.
Ow!
Oh, bueno.
You happy now?
Do you want to help Jacob?
I'm in good mood today. Huh? I'm in a good mood today.
All right, Rugged, let me know, man. Live stream because we are addicted to the products and we always want to buy more. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What are you putting on the ice cream cone's body's feet?
I got shoes, they're right there. And a belt for it too.
I want them to have socks. I put those socks on.
Yeah. Feel me?
I'm not asking you to teach me to do it. I'm asking you to put it there.
No, I'm asking you if that works out.
Okay. You would not want to do it apparently.
Yeah. It says copy what I did here. Okay. Yep. All right there on the list, that will bump out. Yep. And then let me let that bump out as well. Okay. That'll work. That'll do it.
That's where I put them. I'll
let's be realistic. I live stream just so I can hear Vic call all my masks a glory hole mask and say that he needs one for his wife.
And here I thought you live streamed so you could hear yourself talk.
No, I don't rewatch these fucking things.
Because whenever we get a chance, if we could move the shop light more about the
Shop?
Yeah. No problem.
What was I doing besides ouch?
Vic just knows what's up.
That's when I'm not allowed to do yard work. My whole thing. Ow.
Do video making a
And I
background
relearned
for
that
the
you're supposed to use a
For
react
sure, dude.
hand
That would be
on
cool.
over at first. My leg is so shit.
Everyone should make more haunted house and Halloween videos. Everyone should have a channel. 'Cause I will watch them. I almost just sprayed you right in your fucking head. Spray paint. So that just needs drips.
And it's ready to go.
Why'd you take a whole punch, faggot?
Because I need the whole punch as well. Rick.
Chris,
Yes.
do me a favor. Orange. Hey, Kevin, I spray these, right? We've got a pretty good space in here, man. It's not that cramped.
Spray it like that. So you don't do that. You need like the whitest dusting. Literally covered it in paint.
Lightest up. So I'm gonna put this off to the side for now. Unless you do that tonight.
Okay.
No, Chris is mixing paint.
Is this done? Is it done to stamp?
Yes, that's good.
Fucking God, you guys and your alligators.
Excuse me, stealing yourself in right in front of your face.
You know how this goes.
We are in Indiana, cobwebs and candlesticks. Northwest Indiana.
NWI, the region.
What kind of tattoos does Evan have?
She's got one that says struggle bus.
There's my struggle bus with barbed wire. That was my second tattoo I ever got.
She legitimately has tattoos sometimes. See, I thought you were joking about that tattoo,
Yeah, no, it's not a joke.
and then I found out it was real.
I don't know how do you look at That's my calf tattoo. It's a White Lotus Paisho tile from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it has the 4 elements around it. 'Cause I'm a fucking nerd.
She also has that on her car.
Yeah,
I saw it the other
my
day.
ex-boyfriend did it for me as a surprise when he did my hood.
He did your tattoo as a surprise?
No.
You just woke up and he was like,
Yeah.
surprise, I tattooed your leg.
I have one here that I'm not going to show you because it requires me to take my pants off, and I don't feel like we're on that level yet. Not quite my OnlyFans. $15, and I'll show you. Actually, not my. It's maybe I can pull my pants up. I don't know.
What is it, like a flower?
Nope.
No, it's a saxophone with a spine.
It's a saxophone and it turns into a spine, and then the mouthpiece is a bird skull. It's big. This was my 4th tattoo I got.
She didn't have that one when she started working here.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. This is my first tattoo. This one, it's 2 roses and a horseshoe and dog print. I got that one and this one. It says Ricky J, my pride and joy. My uncle Ricky died in 2013 from cancer, and he had Devin K, my pride and joy, because he was basically like my dad. And so I got Ricky J, my pride and joy. But I got this one and this one at the same exact time, and they were my first 2 tattoos. I did it in the same sitting. The guy that he does all my tattoos. He was super fast and did a really good job. But I got those two, and then I got my struggle bus. I got that nickname at the last haunted house that I worked at. They called me struggle bus because I'm a walking disaster. And then I got the one in the back of my calf, and then I think I got my saxophone one next, and then I got this one. It's two koi fish, yin and yang, which is lightly influenced from Avatar: The Last Airbender. But I just really like koi fish and yin and yang, and I thought it would be cool on my elbow. And this is my newest tattoo. I got it a few months ago. My friend Kat drew it for me. She's awesome. Kat's actually the one that got me into haunted houses. I wouldn't be here without her, but it's a moon with a skull face, and then a crow. His name is Franklin. And then it's a cherry blossom tree. This is the only color tattoo that I have on my whole body. Are these flowers. A little bit of pink. I never would have imagined that I would have a pink tattoo in my whole life. But I like the pops of color. I would never get an actual color tattoo, only like pops here and there with black and white. But I'm gonna get this a whole sleeve. I'm getting a hand tattoo. My next tattoo is actually here.
What's your next tattoo?
It's gonna be about, what are you talking about?
Her next tattoo is my face tattooed on her face, so she can tell people she really is not dressed in milk.
My next tattoo is gonna be from here to here. And it's gonna be a horse, like a gross, nasty, skinless horse with a cool, like, jewel rider riding on him. It's gonna be massive.
That horse that they always use to describe Game of Thrones, where it's like a drawing of a horse. Like the back end's fucking like amazing, and then the front end's like 2 feet, like retarded, like a stupid head. It'd be better.
No. I'm not paying $800 to get that tattooed on me.
To be fair, they shouldn't charge you $800 for the stupid part.
And then I'm getting a hand tattoo after that. It's going to be an oni, and it's going to be Japanese themed to go with the cherry tree and the koi fish. And I'm going to get a snake. It's going to be one big thing. He actually helped design.
To get tattoos on our backs, we're going to get Ray. Fuck me.
Dick Springsteen said, "Cobwebs looks at my moose knuckle." What?
Feel the same way, homie.
Cobwebs.
This is your only container, right?
You are also in Northwest Indiana? Have you not come to our haunted house yet? Come to our haunted house. We are in Lake Station. We are currently in Lake Station. Come see us.
Just estimated.
Vic plays skin flute.
I just go over here and look at the drum.
I have a tattoo that you may have seen that I'm pretty proud of. What is that?
I do? You gotta wait a little, don't you?
Yeah, I plan on being covered in tattoos. I'm getting a neck tattoo when I'm 30 that Shannon's paying for. Because she told me, if by the age of 30 you still want a neck tattoo, I will personally pay for it. And I said, okay. And so she's going to be paying for my neck tattoo when I turn 30.
I met Kavanaugh.
Roy Boy's shop was there. Yes, it was. Not no more. R.I.P. Roy Boy. And his tigers.
He was talking about fucking. I don't even need money. My house is paid off, so I don't even need bills.
Yeah, we do. We do have a really cool haunted house. So we can't help but rub it in.
I don't rub it in.
You liar.
I rub it on. I rub it off.
Yeah, my biggest... If you ask me what my fears in life are, it's not like spiders, it's not snakes, it's not heights. It's me running out of spaces for my tattoos. That is my biggest fear. Is not going... Why don't you bring the phone with you so you can show them the room? You guys want to go see the room that we just built? Let's go on an adventure. Oh, yeah, I'm not in Hunters Hangout too often. The only reason I'm really on social media is to post stuff. Yep. And answer your guys' questions. My biggest fear is dog. Can you guys see? Is it connected? I'm outside currently. Can you guys see? Okay. Oh, that's scary. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Have you guys seen this? Are we leaving this track up here? Because I think we should. I think we should. I think we should. I did this. I put this pipe here. This is our photo booth. Here's our orderly room.
Okay, I'm not blaming you. I'm saying you were doing fine. There were just extraneous circumstances that caused
Isn't he
you to have
handsome?
that shit down.
Yes, you're 190-pound ass up here.
So
How are we supposed to look at
we're gonna prop this out
it?
and put like junk
190 pounds at 178. I measured
stacked on top of it.
Yes, you're 178-pound ass up here.
That's a handrail, so the orderlies are gonna be able to walk back there and then jump up onto this thing. And then when people come in through this door, they're gonna be able to like interact with them.
Old fat black man. He walked up to that fucking road.
Who just shit their pants? I just want you to know that this is live right now and people are watching you shit your pants on live. You are actually the worst. My fucking God. Okay, that's enough out of this. We're going back. I hate them. You see what I have to live with? I literally live with this. I just want you to know that it doesn't end after I leave here. I live with it. Yeah. I'm trying to put his pop socket back on. Sorry guys, I know I'm like the best at giving you strokes when I take the camera. You're welcome for the strokes. Wait, Tara, what are you trying to say? Yes, Evan, are you able to check the progress of my poster? Yes, I am. Did you order it on the website? If you did, I can check right now. We are coming up on your poster. I believe it's, we'll have to ask Justin when he gets back. I believe it's already, like, coming here to get grommeted. I don't know. We'll have to ask him again when he gets back. You guys want to see what I'm doing? we have a decent amount of orders right now. Alright, this song's gonna have to stop. Yeah, we're pretty busy. We have. Yours out. Yeah, we have like 50 orders right now just to the website that we have to get done. So probably at least 20 more GitHub invoices released. I just look here. I don't even go here. Yeah, right now we're doing an order that's like a $2,500 order with a bunch of items. So, we're trying to get that out. It should be done tonight, but that's what we've been working on the past few days. So we haven't been getting as many orders out because we've been working on, like, well, if people, it's like, we'll get someone that orders like one item, or then like 2 items, and like 3, and then like 1, and then 1. And then when we hit that order where they've ordered like 15 things, it takes us a few days to make all of that. So we're not getting as many orders out. Does that make sense? So as soon as we get this guy's order out, that's not gonna work. As soon as we get this guy's order out, we'll be getting orders out faster because it'll be less items. I need to put on a bigger mannequin. Because this lady is not. Take that off there. I'm gonna put this on that. Oh, the dog jumped on my phone and it went crazy. Yeah, I was like, what is she trying to say right now? It doesn't make sense. Bomb war gun. Loud. Caution. So, this is the base, and then he's just gotta add, like, the bells and whistles, like the spiky stuff and whatever the fuck that he said that he's adding. I don't know.
Basically, the apocalypse meets Farm War.
Wait, what was that?
I said if the apocalypse meets the pronghorn.
We have an apocalypse gun. So we're combining the apocalypse gun. I promise it makes sense. When's the last day you can take orders before Haunt? We are planning on stopping taking orders in the next few weeks.
I think Justin said he wants hard cut off at like August 1st.
Yeah. So you guys got like one more month to order stuff. I think we should stop orders sooner than Justin wants to stop orders. But so the next few weeks, maybe like 4 or 5 weeks until we stop taking orders. So if you want something, especially if it's a lot of stuff and you want to get it before like September, I would order it sooner rather than later because our production time is 6 to 8 weeks. So unless, I don't know what I was gonna say. That's gone. But yeah, just keep in mind when you're ordering, even if you do order before October, you have to give us that 6 to 8 week time to get it out because, you know, we gotta work on our haunted house. And our haunted house has to place an order with HHP still because we need new costumes for our actual haunted house. So, yeah, the next few months is gonna be insane. Yay. Haunted house season. I don't want to finish this late. That'd be super. They're under the same, like, Haunted Hills company. I mean, they're two different, and they have, like, their own identities. But they're to make it easier on our brain, like, to make things more organized, they're two separate. So, like, that's why we do HHH is placing an order with HHP. Because we're not making. Because the HHP, Haunted Hills Productions, isn't making costumes for Haunted Hills Productions. Haunted Hills Productions is making costumes for Haunted Hills Hospital. So, I think they're two separate LLCs? I don't know. Insane's a good word. I don't know if fun would be the best word for it. For me personally. I more enjoy the haunted house side of it. I really only do this stuff in support of Justin. Like, I like painting. Like, clown costumes can be fun. Like, I like the custom stuff. But, like, this is not my cup of tea. I hate spray paint. Hate spray paint. And I don't know, it's just
not my thing, but it's gonna help the company and help Dustin. So I do it. But like the haunted house side of it, like actually acting, making rooms, building. Like I would very much rather be over there, like building and cutting and using the nail gun than do this. But that's what I did at the last haunted house that I worked at. I was a construction man, so I built a lot of our rooms.
They have an idea of anything like that?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go, Evan. This is why every time I wash my hair, because I don't wash my hair every day, but every time I wash my hair, the water literally is like black. It's not good when I wash my hair because it just gets filled with paint. So I get like a ring in the tub every time I wash my hair because it's just gross. It holds onto the paint. This is destroying my sinuses. Sorry, I know you're just staring at the back of my head. So any spot that I'm missing, when I take the black and I hit the hard lines, I'll go through and fill in any spot with that black. So that's why if it looks patchy to you guys, that's why. Sorry. Okay. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. A pill a day keeps the polices at bay. Maybe. That's funny. Yep. Oh, stop. It's just like continuously bubbling out. Oh, it stopped. See, if you ask politely, animate objects will listen to you. You guys literally can't see it at all. That's funny. What I just did was make it look like he was working with ice cream and he got ice cream all over himself. Yay, ice cream man. Yellow ice cream.
Oh, there's 4 people here. How much money are you all at for donations? I think like from today we're at $3.60. I don't know what we're at before that. At least over $100. We should be at least close. Around $100, I want to say. Yeah, I don't know who donated $3.60 today. I'm assuming it was one of you Canadians. Oh, I see little blue. There we go. Yep, Tara. Thanks, Tara. Stop moving. Just there we go. And this is where my friends get super fucked up screenshots of my face when I make faces like that, and they make them into memes. And it's great. It's okay, fucking. I feel you. Only donate if you can. We're not, like, wanting to make people poor. It's just something fun that we're doing. And gets us to make new shit. And it's time all around, and you guys get free stuff. Well, cool free stuff. You being here supporting us is enough. I don't like how dirty this room looks on this camera because it's very clean. I cleaned it today. But, like, I didn't clean all of that. That needs to be cleaned. And this whole table, that table needs to, something needs to happen. Uh-oh. There you guys go. I'll have seizures again. Welcome. Oh, so I turn the air on. I'm old. I have the body of an equestrian and a hunter. Those two things combined is not good. Riding horses is one of the most physically taxing things that you can ever do in your whole life. Professionally riding horses, especially the shit that I do, it destroys your body. It just demolishes it. I have no cartilage in my kneecaps. My bursa sacs and my hips are all fucked up and inflamed. My back is just a horror story. And then haunting, you guys obviously know, is not the best on your body. Especially me in particular, I do a lot of dumb shit, like jump from high places that I shouldn't be jumping from, and doing weird upside down things. Things that I shouldn't be doing. I'll probably be in a wheelchair by the time I'm 30. At least I'll have a cool neck tattoo. Paying for.
So how you guys will know if I have distressed a costume versus Justin or anybody else is I like to do, I don't know if you guys can even see that.
If we can zoom it in a bit.
I like to do details like streaks. Can you guys see that? I can't get to the right angle. I like to have streaks kind of coming down from the pockets and also going up from the bottom. The lighting sucks right now, so you probably can't really see it. But that's how you'll know that I distressed the costume versus somebody else. I like streaks.
That's how water soaks into things naturally anyways.
So like especially at the bottom of pants when you're walking through stuff, the water gets absorbed randomly, you know, it's not unless you're like you step straight in water and then like take your foot out, it'll have like a solid line. But if you're just kind of in wetness, your pants will naturally soak up the water in random ways. Dirtiness is very random, so I like doing streaks and random splotches and stuff like that. You'll also notice in my distressing in the haunted house, you'll see lots of streaks like that. Like in the Transworld booth that we made. Lots of streaks. I don't know, my least favorite thing with any haunted house thing, whether it's costumes or the haunted house itself, I don't like when things don't look organic. I don't like to look at something and go, that was painted. Especially if you make like straight, very straight lines, or if I just sprayed the bottom of this with an even line. I don't know. I personally just don't like it. I don't think it looks very realistic. It's like, wow, someone painted that to look dirty. I mean, you guys watch anime?
Can I get your head again? Can I get your head again?
That'll work good. You guys are gonna have to deal with my mop for a second. My hands are covered in paint. I don't want that in my hair. I don't trick ride necessarily. I do a lot of the fancy stuff that, like, if you watch the Olympics and you see horses that jump like the big logs and they jump over like water ditches, and they do the fancy where like the rider's wearing like a suit coat and they have like a top hat on and the horse is like prancing like that. It's called dressage. It's the hardest discipline to ride in horses, because there's things like Western Pleasure, that's the saddle that has the horn on it, like that cowboys ride in, and like that's why it's called Western Pleasure, because it's more of a pleasurable ride. It's more of like a fun, like easygoing type thing, whereas dressage is if you ever see somebody ride their horse and they're breathing very hard after, it's because every horse or every muscle that the horse is using, you have to use to get that horse to use that muscle. So, for example, if you're riding and you want that horse to use its core while you're riding it, and you want that horse to bring its core up and really move its legs out, you have to use your core to bring that horse's core up. So, like, your muscles are almost directly tied into your horse's muscles. It's kind of like the analogy that they use in Avatar, like with the blue people, where they like plug in their hair to the horse's hair and they like control it with their mind. It's kind of like that, but like you're controlling it with your body parts. So like your legs, when you want the horse to move its legs, you use your leg muscles to tell the horse to move their leg muscles. So it's, you don't just sit there. Every single muscle is being used. That's why a lot of equestrians, especially dressage riders that you'll see in like the Olympics and stuff, they're very fit because it's a very, very physically taxing sport. But I do all that fancy stuff, and I like to go and I jump cross country, which is where they jump like the big bushes and jump like over logs and all that fancy stuff. It's been a while. It's been like a year since I've been able to do that. Partly because we don't ride that kind of stuff in the winter. And since it's been nice out, it's been coronavirus, so we haven't really been doing a lot of training and junk because of it. There is a baby horse at my barn, though, that is due very soon. It's our first baby that we're having in our barn, and I'm very excited to have a foal at the barn. I will be talking about it constantly on the stream, and I have no apologies. I'll show you guys pictures when it's born. Mama is huge. Her belly is massive. The other day, I got to go into the stall with her, and I put my hand on her belly, and I could feel the foal kicking, and it was probably one of the greatest moments in my entire life. Mama's name is Faith, and we're not sure what we're going to name the baby yet. I say we. It's not my horse, but I've been at this barn for like 5 or 6 years, maybe probably for like 7 or 8 years now, and I'm very, 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 very close with the owner, and so I get to help with the baby and cuddle it and put it in the back seat of my car and take it home with me and put it in my room without anybody knowing, stuff like that. So if I bring a baby horse to the haunted house, don't be surprised. The owner of my barn would murder me, but it would be worth it. Sorry, I know horses are very unrelated to haunted house stuff, but I like horses, obviously with my horseshoe.